Have you ever wondered what it would actually feel like to walk through the bustling streets of ancient Thebes or witness the construction of the Great Pyramid? Most people think exploring ancient Egypt means memorizing dates and pharaoh names from dusty textbooks. But there is a completely different way to experience this incredible civilization. Before discovering this approach, I used to struggle with ancient history. The names felt impossible to remember. The timeline seemed confusing, and honestly, it all felt so distant and irrelevant. I would read about King Tutankhamun or Cleopatra, but it felt like reading about fictional characters. There was no emotional connection, no real understanding of what daily life was actually like for ordinary people living 4,000 years ago. Then I discovered what historians call the third-party observer method. Instead of trying to memorize facts, you mentally place yourself as an invisible witness in ancient Egypt. You observe daily life, social interactions, and cultural practices as they unfold naturally. This simple shift in perspective transforms dry historical facts into vivid, memorable experiences. Here is exactly how this method works, broken down into 4 clear steps. Step 1. Choose a specific time period and location. Pick one dynasty and one city, like Memphis during the Old Kingdom, around 2600 BC. This gives you a focused lens rather than trying to absorb 3,000 years of history at once. Your brain can better process specific details when they have a clear context. Step 2. Research one ordinary day in that location. Find out what a typical farmer, scribe, or craftsperson would do from sunrise to sunset. What did they eat for breakfast? How did they dress? What were their biggest concerns? This personal perspective makes abstract historical concepts feel real and relatable. Step 3. Use your imagination to walk through their world. Picture yourself floating invisibly through the streets. What sounds would you hear? What smells would fill the air? How would the Nile River look during flood season? This mental simulation activates multiple areas of your brain, creating stronger memory pathways than simple reading. Step 4. Focus on universal human experiences. Notice how ancient Egyptians dealt with work stress, family relationships, and social status. These timeless elements help you connect emotionally with people who lived thousands of years ago. When you see the similarities between their lives and yours, history stops feeling foreign. I was initially skeptical about this approach. It seemed too simple, almost like daydreaming instead of serious study. But the results spoke for themselves. After using this method for just 2 weeks, I could easily recall complex details about ancient Egyptian society. More importantly, I actually enjoyed learning about history for the first time. The transformation was remarkable. Friends started asking why I suddenly knew so much about ancient civilizations. Teachers noticed my improved engagement in history classes. What had once felt like memorizing random facts became an exciting journey of discovery. The ancient world felt accessible and fascinating, rather than intimidating and boring. Try this third-party observer method for the next 7 days. Pick one aspect of ancient Egyptian life that interests you, whether it is pyramid construction, religious ceremonies, or marketplace trading. Spend just 10 minutes each day mentally exploring that world through the eyes of an invisible observer. Small changes in how you approach learning can create dramatically different results. When you stop trying to memorize history and start experiencing it, the ancient world comes alive in ways you never imagined possible.